Hello everybody, my name is Gabby. We are here with Ollie. We are wrapping up his second week with us here at Best Paw Forward Dog Training. And what we are going to do is go through a little bit of what he's been working on this week and how he's doing with everything. So the first thing we worked with him on is getting in and out of the car. He has had some trouble getting in the car. He gets a little scared. So we've been working with him a lot on hopping in that car. We've worked in the car, we've worked in the van. We're able to say that word in now, and he hops right in. We can free him, tell him he can come out. Good job. Very nice, and he can hop out on his own. Now we're working in the back of the van, but we've also worked in the front of the van to make it a little bit more realistic. The front of the van is a little bit closer, just like the owner's car. So we're asking him to go in again. He's able to crawl up and then hop up on that seat. Perfect. And we are using a very high value reward for this, since this is something that was very scary for him in the beginning. Now he is very comfortable. You can see he's not stressed out at all. He's actually wagging his tail. And he's able to hop in and out with no problem at all. That's fantastic. Good.
Good boy.
Very nice. So he's figured it out. Good job, bud. Awesome. So we're going to pause this. We are going to show you a little bit of his recall, his place with door, and a little bit of leave it when we get inside, but he's doing an excellent job with this. Okay, so we are outside with Ollie now, working a little bit on recall.
Ollie.
So started off inside the barn last week. Now we are outside, so it's a lot more distracting, so we have that leash back on him. We're going to call his name. He's a little bit tangled, so we're going to untangle him real quick. There we go. So you want to make sure in the beginning you are only calling his name when his head is up. Once he looks at you, you can ask him for that come. But again, only calling him when his head is up in the beginning, especially when you move to a new environment.
Ollie. Come.
Good, very nice. So only starting short distances on that leash, calling him the length of that leash, because we want to make sure we're getting success, and that behavior is going to happen when we ask him for that come. We want to make sure he is going to do that.
Ollie.
So there he got a little bit distracted. So what Victoria is doing, she's actually making noise instead of repeating herself over and over again. Because the more we repeat, the less importance that command that we're giving has. Okay, so if we keep repeating his name over and over, or we keep repeating sit or come, he starts to learn to ignore that. Okay, and we don't want that. So if he is not responding, make a little bit of noise. You can decrease that distance. You can get a little bit excited, do different things like that. If you tell him to come, give him a couple of seconds to process it. If he is struggling and he's not coming back to you, what I want you to do is put a little bit of slight pressure on that leash to get him to come back to you in the beginning. And then as he starts to get better with this, then we won't need that leash or that pressure. But he's doing well with this. We're going to pause this. We're going to head inside and show you the rest of what he's been working on. Okay, so we are back with Ollie, working a little bit of leave it inside. So one of the things Ollie is here for is he is a little bit of a counter surfer. He does try to pick things up that he's not supposed to. So we're working a little bit on leave it. This week we started working with a piece of kibble. We're asking for that leave it. He's giving eye contact, and then we're reinforcing with a treat, with a different piece of kibble, not the one that's in our hand that we're asking him to leave. Very important that you are using a different piece of kibble for reinforcement. Good. And now we're moving closer and closer to the ground. It's on the ground now. So we want to put that next to our foot when we're practicing this, just in case he does go for it. Then we can cover that up with our foot.
Leave it. Yes.
Very nice. Good. Now what we're going to start doing with him next week is working a little bit on counter surfing. So I actually started this morning working a first session of that. So having starting out with kibble on the counter and working leave it off of that. Very nice. Good boy.
Leave it.
So now that food's on the ground, ask for that leave it. He gave that eye contact. That is perfect. So we're gonna pause this. We're gonna set up the camera over by the door so we can show you a little bit of place with door. Okay, we have Ollie here. We're gonna work a little bit of place with door. So making sure he's able to remain on that place as we walk over to that door. Very nice. Start off just moving that handle a little bit. And this is gonna be really important because he is a very sweet dog. He really likes to say hi to people. We wanna make sure he's able to do so appropriately. So if you have guests coming in the house, this is what that is working up to.
Yes.
So being able to eventually have guests coming in next week, we're gonna work on that. Having him stay and remain on that place until he is freed to go say hi or told to go say hi. Very nice. You can open that door fully. Another thing we can do, we can add a knock in and then send him to place. And eventually what this is gonna do, we do this with the knock, we do this with the doorbell. Eventually it is going to get to the point where he hears that knock or that doorbell and he will automatically go onto that place, which is great because a lot of dogs, when they hear that doorbell, when they hear that knock, they tend to get really excited. They'll run to the door, they'll jump up on the door, and all of that excitement is already built up before anybody is coming in your house. So this is just giving him something else to do. He hears that knock, he hears that doorbell, he goes to place, and he waits until he's told he can say hi. So doing a great job wrapping up this week with him. And again, he will be back for another week with us. He's doing a great job. We will see you next week on his videos. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, and we'll see you next time.